Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we're back. We're doing another Ravnica Allegiance Intermediate Swiss Draft League. The rare is Electro Dominance, definitely first picking that. Other notable cards in here, the Syndicate Guildmage, the Vandal, I like Messenger, Scorchmark, clearly. Skittereel's good. Quite a few good cards in here. Clearly Electro Dominance. Wow, we were past Kaya. Orzhov is Usurper. She's also worth 8.5 tickets, which is really good. The funny thing about the card is, I don't think she's really that good. So why is she worth so much? Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it's a constructed thing. But exile target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 1 or less. That's basically never going to come up in limited. Exile up to 2 cards from a single graveyard and gain some life. So you can always use it, regardless of whether there's cards there. I really don't think she's that good. I'm going to take her because she's 8.5 tickets, but I'm completely unconvinced about her in limited. I guess I could see some sort of exile deck in constructed, but I mean, you could still kill her or kill with her in limited, definitely. Just exile 20 cards and then kill them with it, right? I don't know, it's okay. It's really not that great. Let's see what else we have. Best card here. I mean, I'll still consider it. I just really don't think it's that good. Best card, maybe the Angel. It's a little bit expensive. Nothing really good in red. Cynic Griffin, once again, might just be better than Archway Angel. 2 less mana. Granted, 1 more colored mana, but doesn't really require any sort of gate at all. You get two more mana for 2 more toughness. I don't know. I feel like the Griffin's probably just better than the Angel. There's also Sky Tether, which is kind of good removal, actually. I'm going to try Sky Tether out, actually. I haven't really played with it, and I feel like it's definitely something Azorius would like a lot. Okay, best card here. Kind of all underwhelming again. Could take the Dead Revels. This card's actually pretty good. Quite a few red cards. Could take the Burning Tree Vandal. Boros is not a deck, though. But I didn't give up much red from that last pack either. Burning Tree Vandal is pretty good. We could just take it. Looter Effect, Potential Haste. Otherwise, like I said, yeah, Dead Revels is pretty good. We'll take the Vandal, I think. Okay. Undercity's Embrace, Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Soarform Hybrid is pretty good for a Gruul deck. Or, I mean, it's good in either deck, either Gruul or Simic. It's a pretty excellent card. I think I like it more than Wrecker. Undercity's Embrace, it's never really blown me away. Impassioned Order is actually good for an Orzhov deck. I think Hybrid is quite a bit better, seeing as it's like a win-con 2-drop too. If you invest some mana in it. I think we'll take the Hybrid. It's still early enough where I'm trying to establish where I am. So I'm still potentially Gruul. I've got some options at my disposal here. So here's a pretty easy Scorchmark. Over the Brush Strider, the Fireblade Artist, the Wrecker, the Slinger, the Runner. Quite a few good Gruul cards, but Scorchmark is pretty excellent. And a Skewer the Critics. Well, I'm glad I'm in red. It's also an Axebane Beast, Dead Revels, Noxious Grudian, Mammoth Spider. Some pretty good cards in white, black, and green, but clear Skewer the Critics. Now there's Consigned to the Pit, Drill Bit, Debtor's Transport, Sagittars Volley is a sideboard card in green. I like Debtor's Transport. Could it be that I'm playing like a high-end Rakdos deck. It doesn't seem like a great plan. If I wanted to play Rakdos, because there's quite a few black cards, I could just take the Guildgate too. Because none of these cards really matter for Rakdos. I guess Drill Bit's a good sideboard card to have. I'll take the Drill Bit. Like I said, good sideboard card to have in case I end up in that plan. Here's another easy Burning Tree Vandal. There's another Debtor's Transport, but if you're playing Rakdos, which we potentially are, you really want a low curve. Like, I don't mind topping out with Electro Dominance, but... So, Borak, Clan Crasher, Burn Bright, Trumpeter's pretty good. Turns on your Spectacle pretty well. And it's a much needed 2-drop. Otherwise, we just take the Burning Bright because it's a... Or Burn Bright because it's a red card if we want to continue figuring out what direction we're supposed to go. But I think I'll take the Trumpeter. Spear Spewer. Could see that. Over the Storm Strike. Spear Spewer not great, but it turns on Spectacle. Can randomly finish opponents off. I guess we'll take it. Another Spear Spewer. Alright. Let's dump. Let's kind of assume that Rakdos may be the direction we're going here. Scavenger, Gathering, Wrecker. Wrecker's probably better than Scavenger. I'd rather have the Menace, I think. Scavenger's pretty decent, though. Alright, another Wrecker. We'll take it. Alright, I mean, we're off to a good start. Red's clearly open. Black may not be open, but I'm still open to figuring out what we're supposed to do. Like, now I could go right back into green, basically, and take the Rhythm of the Wild. It's also Growth Chamber Guardian, which is really good, too. But, do these have Defender? Yes, they do. Rhythm of the Wild is pretty excellent. I probably just take it. Remember, Riot stacks, too. Growth Chamber Guardian is excellent, too, but I kind of like getting the Rhythm of the Wild. I really like this card a lot. I really like the Growth Chamber. They're both really good. Just a lot of good green in here. I think we'll take Rhythm, though. It's kind of a rare quality uncommon, quite frankly. Rampaging Rendhorn, or else we just take yet another Burning Tree Vandal. I'm okay with that. Just take all the Vandals. I like that it has the loot effect. I think that's good. Biogenic Ooze. Well, I'd say we just got gifted a pretty amazing card. Glad we decided to go green. Jeez. Okay. Wow. Just everything we want. All the gruel. By the way, Biogenic Ooze is worth like 6 tickets. We're just getting hooked up with tickets. That's amazing. Biogenic Upgrade. I would probably take that over the Guild Mage or the Shaman or the Boar. I mean, they're all just good. I think Upgrade's probably the best, though. This card is really good with Rhythm of the Wild and Riot in general, too. Yeah, we just take it. Flames of the Razeboar is great. There's another Rendhorn. I don't even think we want the Spear Spewers anymore. Kind of pointless in our deck. Not pointless, but they're not great in general. I'm okay taking Flames here. It's a great card. Frenzied Erynx is a good pickup. Otherwise, there is a Titanic Brawl. What's our removal? Scorchmark, Skewer, Electro Dominance, Flame. So we have 4 removal. Frenzied Erynx is pretty good. Undoubtedly. Titanic Brawl, though, is pretty good, too. We don't have great creatures to fight. Honestly, we don't. Because we're more of like, currently we're more of a little bit of a low end. Alright. I'll take the Erynx. Alright. Another Wrecker, or we take the Gate now. We still have another pack. I think I'm gonna take the gate. I really like the wrecker, but I like getting the fixing because we've got so many goodies in here right now. Another Erranks is fine. Over the Maka, yeah. 4 mana 4/4s are pretty good. Wayfinder's a great pickup for us. Can find our ooze. Yeah, that's pretty good. Or just hook us up with lands if we need it. Rendhorn's great. Can take the Stony Strength. I found it to be pretty good. Otherwise, Axebane Beast or Feral Maka, neither of which are amazing. I guess we'll take the Strength. The untap really makes it. Plus random synergy with Biogenic Upgrade. Okay, Boar or a fourth Vandal. That's a lot of Vandals. I like the Boar. Yeah, we have enough things now where I think it's gonna work well for us occasionally. Alright, we'll take the Maka now. Prefer to not play it. I think we're just gonna pass rather the Rakdos card. Alright. I don't think we need the Feral Makas. I can keep them in mind in a pinch, but wow, Rhythm of the Wild #2. Don't mind if I do. So then we basically just need 3 creatures and we've got ourselves a deck. Yeah, there's Skewer in here too. Hybrid. I mean, this pack has a lot of goodies, but we'll take the Rhythm. #2. Sunder Shaman, Zertok Goblin, Skewer, Stomping Grounds, just everything. We'll take the Shaman. It's another 4-drop, but it's a really strong card. So we can take the Mammoth Spider. Don't need the Goblin Gathering. Alright, take Spider. Alright, here there's an Enraged Ceratok, but we're going to take Scorchmark #2, give ourselves some more early protection. I really like the Ceratok a lot as well, but I think Scorchmark for us is much better. Let's make this a good curve. If I had to cut anything, it'd probably be Spider. But we'll see. Another Biogenic Upgrade. There's a Brush Strider to buy time. Gravelhide Goblin, just everything. The Brush Strider is actually very good in this deck. The life gain protects us from the aggro. I kind of want to do that. I don't even think we need the Stony Strength, but huh. Yeah, I mean, Brawl would be really good too. I think we'll go for the life gain. Another Biogenic Upgrade would be great too. It's really strong, but we've got so much good things going on here. We don't even need it. Rumbling Ruin is incredible in this deck. Collision Colossus is great. I almost just want to take the Ruin, even though it's another 6-drop, just because we have so many things with counters. Potentially this, 2, 3, 4. The Rhythm of the Wilds, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This thing. I mean, it's incredible in our deck. The Biogenic Upgrade. I've never had a deck more synergistic with Rumbling Ruin than this one. And Collision, I mean, it's just a lot of good cards in here. So we can take another Wayfinder. At this point, we've got some pretty bomb creatures to find. And you don't even have to do it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Also, just like I said, randomly finds lands. I think this card's really good, actually. Take it over the Goblin. Rubble Belt Runner, definitely valuable. Nice 3-drop. Another Vandal. Don't need the Reclamation. Stony Strength. Guess we'll take a just quad Vandal. It's a lot of Vandals. Another Brush Rider is kind of good, actually. More life gain. We have the problem of way too many good cards. My favorite problem in the world. Way too many good cards. Take the Guildgate. We're already making a million cuts. Neither matter. So we have to make 5 cuts, 4 of which can be creatures. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, we have some cuts to make, so let's take a look at the deck. A lot of goodies in here. We have to make 6 cuts. Like I said, 4 can be creatures. So, I think we can cut, probably can cut the Stony Strengths. They do have synergy with Rumbling Ruin, and I mean, they're just a good card in general, and Biogenic Upgrade. But probably going to have to cut a couple cards anyway, besides creatures. So the weakest creatures might actually be a Rebel Belt Runner and at least 1 Vandal, maybe 2 Vandals, and then like a Wrecker, maybe something like this. This is pretty good. This is pretty good looking deck. Yeah, I like this a lot. Our curve looks good too. Good removal. Double Lord effect too. Man. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Pretty even on color, but we did get some fixing too on top of it. Top of everything else, so we'll do a pretty even split. Whoops. They say more red than green, even though it is exactly... Actually, it's not dead even. There's more green, so why'd they say more red? That's kind of weird. Right? 2 double green, only 1 double red. I mean, technically 3 double green, 2 double red, but same ratio there. Okay, well, I'm going to go opposite of what they say, but that's okay. Yeah, this looks fun. This looks really fun. And I think we're pretty well optimized. So, cool. Got it. I like it. This is how we'll run it. We'll see you round 1. Round 1, we have a keep. Burning Tree Vandal, Mountain, Gruul, Guildgate. We already have 4 lands. We can already cast everything in our hand. I guess we'll take the Vandal. Put it on top of the deck and be okay with that. Because we're going to be busy for a few turns. Alright. So here I think we're going to Brush Strider. Burning Tree Vandal. I could actually do the Vandal now I think about it. Because then I can loot next turn. Thing is, I don't really need to loot any of these, but whatever. We'll play the Vandal and just put a counter on it. It's a good draw. What would I loot from this hand? I could also just skewer. A 4 mana up. Hmm. Let's see. I kind of want to play the Arinx. Am I willing to trade either of these for the officer? I probably am. Let's skewer the officer and maybe get a counter out of their hand. Otherwise, deal 5 damage to them. Either option's good with me. Yeah, I'm okay with that. 3 lands off the top? Well, I'm okay with that too. So let's get in there. And I mean, technically we could just attack with the Arinx since I don't really need to loot either of anything from here. What's the worst card in this hand? I really can't even. Is it another Burning Tree Vandal, maybe? I guess so. I guess Burning Tree Vandal is the worst card. I think. Or is it the Brush Strider? Alright, I changed my mind. It's the Brush Strider. Because next turn I can go Hybrid plus Vandal now, which is pretty good. Alright. So be it. Uh-oh. 1-3, the bane of the 2-1. So let's go Vandal here. Or which one's more important to me to resolve? I guess the hybrid is, in case they have Quench. Oh, well that didn't work out so well for me. 2-4? What am I supposed to do about that? I guess we'll play a Vandal. Alright. Oh, they put a card on top. Uh-oh. Territorial Boar and a Frenzied Arinx. That seems fine. Okay. Alright. One card left. So having to pay 2 for Arinx prevents me from pumping it, which is a bit of a problem. If I attack, they can block reasonably well too. Not amazingly well, but reasonably well. I would rather be able to pump. So I may have to wait 1 turn. Well, at least I got rid of a land. I guess I could have looted with the Vandal, now I think about it. Alright, so unfortunately they stole our best guy. Okay. Alright. So we do have a spider, which I'll bring in. I suppose we better. So, geez, just 3 for 1. Pretty good value for them. Alright, I guess I have to attack. I don't really want to, but I think we're just dead if I don't. So we need to draw like a biogenic ooze, basically. Okay. Didn't get it. Could we get anything else? I mean, we have plenty of big things I guess I could get. So we'll just lose our thing for nothing and then play a Brush Strider and pass. Oh, Rendhorn would have been good too. So we bring in the spider. What else do I bring in? Hmm. Not sure yet. I'll have to figure that out. Alright, we'll take too much. We'll take entirely too much damage. We'll untap. Play a super late Rhythm of the Wild. Man, the funny thing is this card is incredibly good in this match too, because they're running just multiple counters. I mean, granted, they can just counter this, but they can't counter it with Essence Capture. I guess we can seed. I don't want to show them any more cards, and I can't win. Could I have one with Flames of the Raise Boar? No, I didn't even have a four. I didn't even have a 4 power creature. Uh, yeah, just looking at what we have so many good cards for this match too. So we'll bring in the spider. I just meant main deck, not necessarily sideboard or whatever. So we could cut the Rendhorn. I kind of like having more creatures for Flames of the Raise Boar. So maybe cut like a Wrecker. Bring in the spider. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with that. All right. All right. We'll play first. Yeah, we can keep this. All right. Hybrid's good. Oh, cool. Okay. Now we can at least get our... they got 4 advisors in here? That'd be impressive. So now we can at least jam a Sunder Shaman, which is nice. Wow. Well, I guess the good news is I can kill them. I mean, I think they're taking Sunder Shaman anyway, so can't be blocked by more than one is pretty awesome too. So We only have 2 lands as well. Alright, let's just kill that. Play an Airings. Pass. Alright. Wins the match. Wins the match. I don't even want to play the match now. Wow. Alright, we'll see you round 2. Round 2, playing first. Keeping. That was a good draw. I mean, I suppose there's an argument to play the Airings with haste so that it can't get tapped by Syndicate Guildmage. It's pretty reasonable. Then again, I could just play the Wrecker too. Options. Okay. Let's do the... So Airings requires them to... I think I actually play the Airings. Now, I know they can tap it with Guildmage, but... Like this early, leaving up to 2 mana is still pretty good for me, I think. Wrecker has Menace, which is good, but it can still get hit by a Grotesque Demise, whereas Frenzied Airings cannot. Ill-Gotten Inheritance is something I'm going to have to race, but for now I'm okay. Hybrid is pretty good too. Let's get in with the Airings. Drop a Gore Clan Wrecker, I guess. And pass. Okay, so they can still tap the Airings with the help of the Locket. You can play the Hybrid or the Ruin, though. Oh, now we go Hybrid plus Airings number 2. And that's big. Very big. Because then next turn with Rumbling Ruin, we're... I don't know. Either lethal or we just pump the Hybrid and we're looking pretty good too. I probably could have just hastied there, I guess. That's okay. 6, 10, 13. Pretty close to lethal. All right. Let's see. Deploy. Okay. So we get in for 13. It's pretty good. And Rumbling Ruin right now is pretty nuts. 6/6 plus your team can't block. It's pretty strong. Mm-hmm. I think Rumbling Ruin's gonna do it. Not much they can do. Alright. Good looking deck from our opponent though. They got a bunch of kind of utility stuff going on. Toolkit, Locket, Guild Mage, Depose Deploy, Removal, Evasiveness. A lot of goodies. We could do this swap now that we've seen some flyers. I don't mind swapping a spider for a wrecker again. Could also do the Rendhorn. Wrecker does get by the Guild Mage, keeps the curve slightly lower. It seems like a more even swap too, the spider for the Rendhorn. Plus spider also dodges Guild Mage ability, which is relevant. Okay, I'm satisfied. Biogenic Ooze in our deck. So Wayfinder, if we play it turn 2 and find a land, well, I guess it depends on what we want to do here. So I can kill the Order right away. I don't mind doing that, actually. But I think I'd rather just curve out. They can gain a couple life while we're playing some creatures and finding stuff here. What do we want? Another Wayfinder or none of this. So do I even need a 5th land? I do. So we'll take a forest. Order for days, huh? Okay. We're still going to play the Brush Strider. Better use of mana than playing the Scorch Mark. And gaining life doesn't necessarily win the game either. And basically, Sunder Shaman into Biogenic Ooze is also just insanely good. I'll definitely block here. Brush Rider, yeah, I'll block. No problem. Okay. So they're missing their land drop too. Important to note. So Sunder Shaman into Biogenic Ooze is just big. Very big. Can blow up their Locket too. They have to deal with Sunder Shaman immediately. If they don't, we blow up their Locket. It's just nasty. Playing Ooze. Especially since they're like land screwed too. So they have to remove it right now. And even if they do, then they have to have another removal for Biogenic Ooze. Yeah. All right. So they can't even like double block it well. And if they triple block it, we just kill everything. I think I like that. All right. So trade, blow up your locket. Play an ooze. Just get an army that's growing. Seems pretty good. All right. Okay, so we attack with ooze, shaman. They're taking it? Surprising. Well, what do I want to do now? Like a kid in a candy store. I can just spit out another ooze, pump it, play a skewer. Okay. I kind of like that actually. All right. So, just keep spitting out ooze that grow. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Yeah, ooze is pretty ridiculous. Okay, we'll see you in round three. Round three, we won the die roll. We'll play first. Looks good to me. And we are definitely not holding off on the hybrid because if we put the one counter on it, then technically it can't get any other ones, but that's okay. I still think hybrid is just amazing, regardless of the if you're playing Rhythm of the Wild or not. And Burning Tree Vandal is definitely good with Rhythm of the Wild as well. Getting that double +1/+1 counter is pretty excellent. So let's drop the hybrid like it's hot. Alright, we're still going to play the Rhythm of the Wild into the potential quench here. We got quenched. Like I said, I've never faced more counterspells than in this format. I can't remember any limited format where I've played against more counterspells. It's very weird because there's nothing like unique about this format that makes it. What am I trying to say? There's nothing about this format that like makes it extraordinarily more counterspell heavy. There's like 3 different counters, but there's nothing like about the curve of this format that makes counterspells better. In fact, I would argue counterspells are worse because you have things like adapt, where you play things at a cheap cost and then they get big later anyway. So it's kind of an anomaly to me why, or I should say, it's anomalous to me why counterspells have just come up time and time again. Law Mage's Binding. All right, so. Well, we can do the Vandal. Why don't we do it, huh? Why don't we do it? We'll put 1 counter on it and give it haste. Dump one of these lands for something. So we'll do a +1/+1 counter and we'll do haste. We'll get in there, dump a land. Guess we'll dump a red because I think we're a little more green centric. Nice. Do I want to play another land? Yeah, we have the Electro Dominance. That makes sense to me. Is it whenever you cast it or when you play it? No, you just have Riot. Okay. So this lets me nuke something for 3 and get a Vandal out there with Electro Dominance. That's pretty good. Although at that point, I guess looting, well, it still might do something actually. Uh-oh. That dude's big. Gorklan or Wrecker. Well, let's just play it. Make it a 4/4. The fact that this says Vigilance is pretty nasty, though. Really surprised they didn't attack there. So we'll get in with the Wrecker. Okay. Now we'll play an Erinx. Make it a 5/5. Alright, so we can Electro Dominance the Deputy, play a Vandal. Okay, that actually is good. Now that they're tapped out, it's even better. Alright, so we Dominance this. I mean, I guess we could technically Dominance this, play the Scorchmark, kill it. It doesn't do enough. We want our 5/5 back. So we'll kill the deputy. Nuke it for 3. Play the Vandal. Counter, counter. Counter, counter. And then we'll pass. So then we can attack. And I guess we don't need to loot. Okay. It's kind of a weird way to block, yeah. So kill this. Play the Brush Strider. And make it a big boy. All right. So I don't think I have anti-enchant, unfortunately. Multiple prying eyes, jeez. What's Clear the Mind do? Wow, they've got quite the brew going there, huh? Well, I could have pumped the Arinx if I played the land, but to be honest, I'd rather just ditch this land and find another creature. Scorchmark could actually be fine too. All right. That guy's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Now I don't have the land to play it. That's too bad. Okay. Uh-oh. It's got a little weird. They bounced the thing that gains me life, I guess, but it's probably fine. Okay. So, if I do Rumbling Ruin now, if I get the land, but we did not. That's actually fine. That's so mean. So we give it haste. I guess we just do this and blow up the Verity Circle. And then blocking there's... I guess I should have attacked with the thing then. So now I guess they can Verity Circle to tap our thing. They have to leave up 10 mana though, which is not super easy. But yeah, I should have attacked, I guess, with everything. Junk Troller. Oh, so they on high alert deck? That's pretty cool. They must be. So you're at 14. I play Rumbling Ruin. I give it haste. You can't block. I get in for 6, 9, 10 damage. That seems good to me. And no need to discard. So they take 10 here, they go to 4. They can leave up 10 mana for Verity Circle to tap 2 guys, but I'm not exactly sure how great that's going to be for them. Because they tap our 2 biggest guys with the Brush Rider with haste, it's not enough. And then certainly not 2 Brush Riders. We don't have any anti-enchant, do we? I don't think that we do. Mm-hmm. Alright, sweet. So they have a sweet deck though. I really like what they're doing, and I've got a feeling they're a high alert deck because Junk Troller is a high alert card. Azorius Night Arbiter really isn't. Card is just nuts regardless of what you're playing. It's a great card. Um, or they could just be on a Verity Circle Dovin's Acuity value deck. But then the Junk Troller is just so they don't mill themselves out. That's pretty cool actually. It's possible. I don't think we need to gain life against our opponent. I'd rather hasty sort of, rather get hasty in there, is what I'm trying to say. Probably don't need to do the spider. What were all the flyers we saw? Really, not that many. Could do another wrecker. The menace is pretty useful with all of the lack of creatures that we saw, basically. Flames of the Raised Boar. What does that do against our opponent? Kills a Cynic Courier. It's probably worthy of keeping, I would assume. But then again, it's pretty expensive. Stony Strength could be much more useful at the low cost. Because their deck's not really... Yeah, the threats we saw were even big. You know what? I'm actually going to get rid of Flames of the Raised Boar. As crazy as that is. Let me think about that. Do I really want to? I feel like I probably don't. Just because they're doing like Law Mage's Binding and stuff. Hmm. Scrabbling Claws, anti their game plan of milling themselves out. We'll see if they can go off. I'll consider it. Um, I could see myself swapping these two out. Actually, the Rindhorn's more valuable because it can attack into the... Yeah, alright. Okay. Alright. Keep this hand. Skewer. Sure. No play. Well, we'll let him counter a Burning Tree Vandal, I think, here. Or not. Make it a 3-2 then. Junk Troller. Alright. So... Guess we'll just get in. Don't want to discard. What's the weakest card in this hand? It's probably the second Vandal. So then we'll just go... Well, I guess if I... No, it wouldn't have worked anyway. So we go Gate, and we'll skewer the Troller. And then pass. There's the Arbiter. So we'll play the Arynx. And pass. Okay. So they do have Law Mage. They forgot to attack. They do have Law Mage's Binding mana, which I think is important to note. Alright, so we'll post-combat play the Rendhorn. Get a 5/5. I mean, the good news is this Flames of the Razor, if it resolves, is going to be pretty nasty. They remembered to attack this time. Rhythm of the Wild, also pretty good. So I guess we'll let them tap the Rendhorn and then play the Rhythm of the Wild. So we can get some 5/5s online. Well, we have Flames of the Razor, so maybe it's okay. Oh, that's interesting choice. Sunder Shaman's pretty nasty too. Alright, I think I'm just going to attack with the Burning Tree Vandal and see if they block. And if they don't, I'll just play a Sunder Shaman. If they block with the Knight, then we're fine too. Alright, so we'll just play Sunder Shaman and pass. No attacks on the Arbiter again, which is a mistake. Electro Dominance, nice. Alright, I guess we'll get in there. Hmm. Hmm. Let's see. So I can Electro Dominance on my turn. I'll do it on their turn. This lets them play Counterspell mana potentially, but I think it's fine. Because if they counter the Dominance, I still get the... Yeah, I think it's fine. Hmm. Yeah. Watchful Giant, okay. That's probably fine, actually. So, we're still going to just Dominance the deputy to get the rhythm back. Cast the Airynx. Get some counters on this bad boy. Then we'll... Guess we can ditch land now. So we'll get in. Alright. So we'll let that happen. And then we'll board wipe them. Doesn't matter what I cast it on, it kills them all. Guess we can play land and pass. I mean, they have to keep up 10 to tap our 2 guys. We're also playing Wrecker. No cards left in hand. Rumbling Ruin, too. Well, we could have gotten Haste, I guess, but no cards left in hand. I think I'll just settle for five damage plus a Rumbling Ruin. Seems pretty good. Alright, so they cast a Locket, cash it out. Gotta dig for something here. Acuity to go to 6, but not good enough. So it looks like we got there. Sweet. Won the draft. Got a ton of tickets. Got a sweet deck. Really fun. Awesome deck. Probably one of the best I've had in the format. I guess mostly because Biogenic Ooze is a dirty card. And Electro Dominance is insane and limited too. So very enjoyable. Hope you enjoyed watching it. We'll see you for the next one.